Okay, here we go. First one. What value of x makes this a parallelogram? How are we going to go about figuring out what value of x is going to make this a parallelogram? Set the sides equal. I don't know any sides in this one, people. You could add these two up to be 180, or you could take these two and set them equal each other. The opposite corners. So 5x minus 8 equals x plus 13. You could do 3x plus 20 equals 5x minus 22, and that would be the same thing. Okay? All right. So if 5x minus 8 equals x plus 13, what would I do to both sides? Minus x. So 4x minus 8 equals 13. If 4x minus 8 equals 13, then what do we do? Add 8. So 4x equals 21. Ooh, why did I get such a not wonderful answer? Oh, well, I guess. And then divide by 4. X equals 21 fourths, I guess. What? All right. But you set up them equal each other and you solve. All right. For the next one, it says, what other information would prove that this is a parallelogram? Those two angles that you know right there, what that does is it makes AB parallel to CD. Makes these two parallel to each other. Now, there's 6 properties of parallelograms. Okay? The first property of parallelograms is what? On the board, under properties of parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel, not congruent. Second one is congruent. So if we said that AD was parallel to BC, that would be enough to prove it. Okay? The second one is opposite sides are congruent. We don't know about any sides being congruent yet, so we won't talk about that one. The next one is opposite angles are congruent. We don't know whole angles of either one, so we won't say that one yet. The next one is consecutive angles are supplementary. We don't know enough information there yet. The next one's diagonals bisect each other. I only see one diagonal. But the last one says if the same side is both parallel and congruent, then it's a parallelogram. So then I could say AD is parallel to BC, or another correct answer would be AB is congruent to BDC. Either one of these I could say and I'd get the right answer. Because the top one would make it so both pairs of the opposite sides are parallel. AD is parallel to BC. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. The second one would make the same side both parallel and congruent, which would make a parallelogram. Okay? All right. The next one says, what two angles must N be supplementary to so that MNOP would be a parallelogram? What two angles does N have to be supplementary to make it a parallelogram? Angle M and angle O. Angle M and angle O, because if it's supplementary to those two angles, then it is a parallelogram. Okay? Because an angle has to be supplementary to the two sets of consecutive angles to make it a parallelogram, not just one pair, but there have to be two pairs of supplementary angles. Okay? Are we good there? That's the basics of what's on your quiz